So, Mr. Trump, let's get to the business end of this conversation. You're in Africa, so you answer to us. Can you tell us what the racial composition of your cabinet is? Okay, you don't know. So let me tell you, you have 26 cabinet members, 23 white, 2 Latino, and 1 black. Let me repeat that. You have 23 white, 2 Latino, and 1 black. Have you heard of BEE? No. You don't have BEE in your country. You have DEI, which means diversity, equity, and inclusion. Something that you dropped. Something that you don't like, because according to you, it causes reverse racism. Really, reverse racism. So how do you propose that we counter positive racism? By having 23 Latino, 23 white, 2 Latino, and 1 black in your cabinet, plus Elon Musk, and who knows what he is. And, Mr. Trump, the question is not whether you will attend the G20 summit in South Africa this year. The question is whether you will be the first to arrive. And no, we are not moving the first G20 summit to be held on the African continent to Nigeria to appease you. It will be here, right here in Johannesburg. And you are required to be here in person, not via video link, and not to be represented by members of your cabinet. You see, in South Africa, we have a group called Chartered Accountants, 56,000 of them, out of a population of over 60 million. So that means that one person out of 1,000 is a chartered accountant. They are regulated by a body called SAICA, the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, and are a part of a global community. So, long story short, the South African Chartered Accountants are highly respected in that global community, and they don't play games with respect to false news. They tell the truth, the whole truth, and the absolute truth. So when you arrive on our continent, leave your box of tricks on the $400 million aircraft that the Saudis gave you as a gift, and which will cost the US taxpayer about $1 billion to retrofit it into Air Force One, an airplane which is gold-plated inside, complete with gold-plated toilet seats. An aircraft which is 13 years old and not deemed to be fit for their own president, but a dream gift for you. And no, whilst you are here, we will not be gifting you an aircraft. In fact, don't expect us to gift anything to you. Our president has already given you enough thank yous and comments as to how impressed he is with your decoration of the White House since he was last there. We will not be giving you a 14-kilogram book on golf courses in South Africa, because he already gave you that using our taxpayer money. We will, however, be giving you a short summary book on Economics 101 and how trade tariffs affect the American people, who are the ones who pay the tariffs. We will not be eating the tariffs, and the book that you will be provided will not be free. It will be priced in dollars. So please remember to bring your checkbook when you arrive. Also, be prepared to explain why you are supporting a country who has imposed a total blockade on humanitarian aid, food, medical supplies, and other essential items. A blockade which has been in place for over 10 weeks. A country that you are supporting is bombing schools, hospitals, and residential areas for a year and a half. Babies, children, women, the weak, the poor are being killed every day, either by bombs or by a cruel man-imposed famine. Ask your intelligence agencies to do the math as to how many billions of dollars you have sent to fund bombs and missiles that is killing people, and ask them to provide a timeline as to how soon the war would end if America stopped funding them tomorrow. We are not concerned with politics. You'll need to answer to the question of why you did not stop over in that country to marvel over the devastation that American arms and ammunition has caused and is causing every day. A country that you just want to be cleared up so that you can build a Riviera and a playground for rich billionaires. A small nuisance is the 2 million people who live there and call it their home. You see, history has shown that whenever the American economy is fading or faltering, you start a war, which stimulates your arms economy, and then you rebuild, which stimulates the rest of your economy. You see, we will not be playing games. We will not be at the mercy of your tweets at 2 a.m. in the morning. In fact, we will take away your Apple phone. We will block your internet access. We will give you a Huawei phone. And once you play with it for a while, you will see that it is much better than an Apple phone. For example, can your Apple device do this? Play music straight from the watch. No phone is needed. Incidentally, that was a Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen duet about you. We know how much you love those two. You said Taylor Swift is no longer hot. Don't worry, there's plenty of hot in the place where you are going. Whilst you are in our country, you will not have time for nonsense. The glossy pages on the 14-kilogram book on golf courses in South Africa will be the closest thing that you ever come to playing golf on any course in South Africa. You see, our president may have said thank you multiple times whilst he visited you in the White House, and he may have handed over the G20 summit to you as the next host, even before the summit commenced in our country for the first time in the African continent. But make no mistake, not all South Africans are weak and gullible. You see, when you come to our country, you will be answerable. We are a country of first world banking, and we are first in the world in a number of areas. We have a body called SAICA, and as we have said, we are respected all over the world for our integrity. Is this going to be an easy trip for you? No. Will you be allowed to shoot your mouth off? No. Will you have to account for your actions? Absolutely. You see, you messed with the wrong country when you chose South Africa to carry out your statement on white supremacy. This is the land of God, the land where God placed Nelson Mandela, a land where Nelson Mandela said, never, never, and never again in this beautiful country will one person be oppressed by another, and never shall we be called the skunk of the world again. Perhaps you missed that part because you were intent on calling South Africa the skunk of the world. We have our problems, undoubtedly, but we are blessed with talent, and we have good people who may not be visible now, but make no mistake, God will order our leadership to be adorned with people from the same cloth from which Nelson Mandela came. And once we resolve our problems, and we will once again be the rainbow nation and the envy of the entire world, as we provide a model as to how a path of reconciliation chosen by Mandela was better than a path of revenge that could have been chosen by Nelson Mandela. You see, Words like Benjamin Netanyahu, Vladimir Putin, and Donald Trump can never be used in the same sentence as Nelson Mandela. You see, Mr. Trump, there is an afterlife for all of us after our term on earth is done. And in the place where you three are going, search as hard as you can in the blistering heat, but you will not find Nelson Mandela there. You see, you have said, Mr. Trump, that you rule the country and you rule the world. But our God, He rules you. You and your trio might have forgotten about that small detail. And once South Africa is moved off the stage as the global skunk of the world, then you will find that the real skunk of the world is America and you as their leader. So, we strongly suggest that you work on the Economics 101 book that we will give you, because you will have your hands full explaining to the American people why their shelves are empty and why their prices have risen so dramatically since your term and since your tariffs. The same American people who authorized you to pass $1 trillion package to cut taxes on billionaires and to cut Medicaid to the poor. And maybe at the same time, brush up on your geography, because the S in BRICS is not Spain as you indicated. It is South Africa. You see, you may not know much about South Africa, but we know a lot about you and the rest of the world. And with respect, we are not all as clueless and in awe of you as the delegation that you met at the White House. During your visit to South Africa, Donald, you need to have your ducks in a row. We had a limited number of thank yous for you, but our president, he used them all up at the White House. We can't wait to see you and Melania's face. We are counting the number of sleeps since the G20 summit in November. The start of that summit, we know the number of days.